Hi there, welcome to this unboxing. This is for Descent Journeys in the Dark, 2nd edition, The Chains That Rust. Well, it's a bit of a turn up, isn't it, because we got glimpses that we were going to have another boxed, small box edition of Descent in the last box, because this I think fulfills the campaign in that box. So it is another small box. It's quite different, isn't it? Really different box front there. This is from Games Law in the UK. The Chains That Rust, and this must be release day. I think this is as soon as you can get it. Some fantastic artwork there. Reminds me a bit of the artwork of Iron Kingdom's The Undercity with the pinky eyes and stuff. Anyway, looks great. Odd title, The Chains That Rust. I mean, I suppose most chains rust, really. Anyway, Fantasy Flight Games really breathed new life into Descent with the cooperative app, and this one contains 8 new plastic monster figures. It says escape the curse that binds you. I think just without further ado we should just get stuck in here. Let's have a look what The Chains That Rust is inside the box. Let's have a look. Here we go. Be interesting to see what else comes out for Descent next. Right. They're really getting into this app stuff, aren't they? You know, with Fantasy Flight, they've done the what's his name? Let's put him up there. The Mansions of Madness, of course. There's Fantasy Flight book. Let's have a look. So we've got The Chains That Rust, Rules and Quest Guide. Shows you the components. We've got the 8 plastic figures, they look quite good. 6 tainted cards, 1 servant card and token, always nice. 16 class cards. Excuse me. 3 relic cards, 9 shop item cards. Lovely getting shop items, isn't it? 6 monster cards, 3 lieutenant cards and tokens. 4 condition cards, we'll be seeing them. 1 objective token, 1 villager token, another one. 8 overlord cards, 2 travel event cards, 15 map tiles, and they do look pretty cool, to be honest. 2 old walls, 16 damage tokens, 8 crumbling terrain tokens, so we've seen that in the last expansion, and 8 more hero tokens. It tells about the expansion setup. Crumbling terrain again. The expansion icon, which is some rusting chain, so we can separate it from our large box of stuff. Monster descriptions, lieutenant descriptions, and you know, there's so much for Descent now, isn't there? I have absolutely every single item, including the lieutenants for the 2nd edition. I mean, everything. The monster hero packs, the lot, and it all fits into, see that cube there? So you've got the Mansions of Madness cube right near the door there. All them plastic containers, everything fits in one IKEA cube there. That's the whole entire Descent. I don't know how much more I can fit into that bit, but up to now, everything, including expansions, is all in that cube. It's all like I've got this system with, I've marked the underneath of the models and they're in their own boxes, and I've got this sheet which tells me which boxes they're in. So we've got The Chains That Rust here, campaign log. It tells us about playing a standalone campaign. So we've got Castle Dalibor. Looks a nice map. Got Legions Hunter. Haven't played Descent for a few weeks now or so itching for a game. Freedom from Flesh. Really is good, isn't it? Takes a little bit of setup, doesn't it? But that looks good, doesn't it? Seeking Sanctuary. Taskmaster. Quarry, Encounter 1. Halls of Fetra. Some large maps here. Unquiet Memories. Profane Nexus. And Encounter 2A of that. And Encounter 2B. There we go, and there's the map for travelling and The Chains That Rust. Lovely little book, isn't it? Love the artwork. Right, let's have a look at the tiles. Quite a lot. Let's think it's 4 punchboard sheets here. Let's get in here, come on. One thing I do like about the Fantasy Flight stuff, it up to now, I've always had everything punches really easy, doesn't it? There's no snagged corners and stuff, or I've had some trouble in the past getting some punchboard sheets out, but these come out really nice and clean, don't they? And this is quite different artwork. I like this more interior. It's like going into a castle, isn't it? This artwork here. So there's the one large piece. Let's just slot that back so we can flip it over. That must be a lieutenant token there. Guess, or is he familiar? So look, there's the passages of the castle. Got some red marked out tokens here, which is like a bit of a bench or something. We've got this condition tokens here with looks like a screaming skull. And again, castle corridors and bits and pieces with the flames. I really like that. A drawbridge here to the castle. That's nice, like a flowing river inside. More damage tokens and hero tokens. Nice to see we've got some more start entrance tile. Lieutenants here. Villager token. Search tokens. And the walls. Look on the back. Yeah, and then more inside the castle. Really like this. I'd love to see a huge, large map with tons of, like, in a castle and different. Wouldn't it be neat if there was different floors and stuff that you could go through steps and things. Right, let's have a look. Here's what else in the box. Quite a lot in these little boxes, isn't it, really? So that's it. Nothing under these. We did get stuff under these in the base game stuff and in the large boxes. It'd be neat if there was another large box in Descent yet, wouldn't it? So let's get these cards out. So here's the Overlord cards. Got Ties That Bind, Dark Silhouette, Restless Spirit, Grotesque, Possessive, Haunted Steps, Unblinking and Dance Macabre. We can't read all these. We'd be here for a good 10 minutes getting through all that lot, wouldn't we? So, but there they are. They're the Overlord cards. There's the travel cards here. A couple of them. Right. Got the monsters here. We have the Dispossessed. That's neat. We got the Shambling Colossus and the Marrow Priest. Then here we have our lieutenants, which is Ardus Ix Erebus, Zarihel. Well, we've seen Zarihel before, haven't we? And Kindriful. So I think we've actually got these already, you know. Anyway, let's match up these monsters to these cards. So let's deal with the smaller model first. This is the Dispossessed. We'll deal with the Act 1 card. Here's the Master. And we've got 2 minions. So let's have a look at them in detail. So it's like we've got these like screaming skulls. 3 of them, tons of detail on this, like, I don't know, spiritual wave of whatever you would like to call it, I don't know. But it looks really cool, and it would look great painted up. Always do think the cream models look better. You can see more detail in these. I see hands sticking out there. So pretty cool. There's some hands sticking out the base as well. So it's like right, let's see what it does. So the Dispossessed, movement of 2, minion has a health of 6, has the grey defense die. The Master has a health of 8. It's a melee weapon, and the minion's got a feral hold. on a action, a Firebrand, and on a surge +1 damage. The Master's also got Terrify on a surge, and on a surge +1 damage, and Firebrand as well, and Infernal Hold. So let's have a look and see what these are. So, Infernal Hold. At the start of the Overlord's turn, this monster may discard 1 hero token from its base. If it does, remove it from the map and place it within 3 spaces of the corresponding hero. That's Infernal Hold. And then for an action, the Firebrand, choose a hero in this monster's line of sight and place that hero's hero token on this monster's base. And on a surge, it's got Terrify. If this attack deals at least 1 damage after the defense roll, the target is terrified. And we've got the Terrify cards in there, so we'll take a look at those in a minute. So that is the Dispossessed. Quite cool. Then we got the Shambling Colossus. So we'll have a look at the Act 1 again. And here they are. And I have to say there is a striking resemblance to the mother-in-law. Definitely. Getting some evil looks for that, but there is. If you knew the mother-in-law, you'd think, oh yeah, he's right. So look, loads of detail in this. Really cool looking monster. These like Edward Scissorhands spikes here. It's got it's like bony spikes though. Yeah. It's got Puncture, so it's got movement of 3, health of 5, black defense die, Puncture, and on a surge +1 damage. That's for the minion. For the Master, it's got Harrowing, Puncture again, and on a surge +1 damage. Attacker blue and red die. I forgot to mention that on the Dispossessed, it had a blue and yellow die for attack. Oh, but the Master had a blue and 2 yellow dies for attack. So back to this Shambling. Let's have a look. Harrowing. Each time a hero within 3 spaces of this monster performs an attack that targets this monster, before rolling dice, that hero tests willpower. If he fails, he is terrified. So again, we'll be looking at the terrified cards. Puncture. Each of this monster's attacks ignores 1 damage for each defense die rolled by the target of that attack. So that's pretty cool. 1 defense, I should say. So there we go. That's the Shambling Colossus. Really cool monster. I do like them a lot. Put them over there. And then here now we have the Marrow Priests. Great detailed monsters. Going to paint up awesome, aren't they? So let's have a look at the Marrow Priests. They've got a movement of 5, health of 7, and a defense of a grey and brown die. So pretty good defensive. They've got Shadow Step, on a surge mortal binding, and on a surge +1 damage. And they attack with a blue and yellow die. And they got a melee weapon. The Master's got Shadow Step, a surge mortal binding, and on a surge +1 damage. Movement of 5 on the Master, 9 health, and a grey and brown defense die. So let's have a look on the back, see what it does. So Shadow Step. Each time a hero performs an attack that targets this monster, he may spend 1 surge. If he does not, the monster gains 5 movement points after the attack resolves. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't ever remember seeing anything like that before. So that's Shadow Step. That's awesome. And then for spending a surge, we've got Mortal Binding. The target tests knowledge. If he fails, place his hero token on this card. A hero whose token is on this card cannot recover health by any means. When a monster from this group is defeated or a hero is knocked out, discard all hero tokens from this card. He's ace, isn't he? That, for me, that's my favourite in the pack. Which is the Marrow Priest. Absolutely awesome. There we go. Let's have a look further. Let's get into the little small deck of cards now. and we want to see what the effect is. So let's have a look. Hang on. There's artifacts. These are like the can't remember the name. They're like a fret card, aren't they? +2 damage cards. Shop items here. We've got it's like a familiar. I think here's the new damage, and then we got Watchman, Steelcaster, Battle Mage, and Monk. Let's have a look. So, Terrified. Let's see what it is. You cannot spend surges. If there are no enemy figures in your line of sight at the end of your turn, discard this card or token. So that's pretty powerful, isn't it? Terrified. You cannot spend surges. Really like that. And of course it's in the Overlord. Right, so yeah, the class cards. Let's have a look at those. So we've got the Greater Calling, Inner Balance, Open-Handed, and Vow of Freedom. And they're for the Monk. We can't go into every little bit of them, can we? But still. And then for the Battle Mage, we have Arcane Veteran, a Planar Weapon, Runic Weave, and Death Siphon. For the Steelcaster, we have the Rune Guard, the Rune Crafting, the Shield Mage, and the Iron Blooded. And for the Watchman, we have Vigilance, Quick Recovery, Trailblazer, and Unity. Okay, the +2, we have, look at all these, Dreamwalk, Perfect Peace, Martyrdom, Vile Shadow, Great Sorrow, and Death Rage. I can't remember what these are called. They're cool, aren't they? These are the Tainted cards, that's it. Tainted. Okay. And here we have the here we go. It's a servant. That's right. So it's a servant card. It comes with his own token. So it'd be like a familiar, I guess. We've got a couple of relics here. A few relics. We've got Azathia's Triumph, Band of Foresight, Robes of the Last. Love the relics. And there's the other side of them, of course. Now here we have the shop deck, and we got the Sash of the Slayer, the Fists of Iron, the Horn Shield, the Blessed Armour, the Mask of Horrors, Rune Touch Lever, Bloodthirsty Bracers, Lightning Javelin, and Bone Wand. Some really cool stuff, isn't it? Have we done it all? I think so. Oh, and we've got a couple of little stands here for putting the new walls in and stuff. So there we go. That's quite a good package, isn't it? You know, in all that. That's the Chains That Rust for Descent Journeys in the Dark, 2nd edition. Thanks for watching.